What's going on, everybody? This is AJ Capasso here from Coventry Circle Paranormal. I'm here, as always, with my good friends.
Robin from Hawthorne Paranormal.
And you're watching a special episode of Talking with the Source. Today, we wanted to switch it up completely. We are, as you know, a paranormal podcast. We always have researchers and teams and all different types of paranormal people, from parapsychologists, well-known and unwell-known people in the paranormal that we like to grow, help, and promote. But tonight, I have one of my best friends growing up. I've known him. My first sleepover was 12 years old at this kid's house. He literally got me into music, got me with a drummer that literally changed my life in the music scene, and began to play shows. And we went pretty far as a band. Unfortunately, we broke up as a band when I was 21, 22-ish, I believe, at our last show, which was in New Haven, Connecticut. But this kid is just, he kept going, and still in our 30s, he still shocks me. He can do the drums, he can sing, which is, you'll see on Peasants, which is his band we have on now. He plays piano. He does lessons. This kid is like the Travis Barker of drums as it is, growing up watching him, and all of us being Blink-182 fans. It was great to see. But yeah, so Robin, we have a special guest tonight. First thing I want to do is give a shout out to our good friend Raymond right here, who's watching. We appreciate you, Raymond. But we want to do some shout outs real quick. Basically, we just want to shout out first. We want to shout out Patty from the G Team Paranormal Investigators. Go check out the G Team. I know you've heard of them. They're very well known. Patty Adams is an amazing person, so go check them out. Awesome paranormal team. We also have Parapost, which we want to shout out to Parapost. We actually aren't streaming on Parapost right now. I figured since it was a paranormal network, kind of, well, not, it's kind of everything, but I just figured we'll do it off there and I'll put it on later if they like it. Just in case, they don't want to screw everybody up by seeing our ugly faces. You know what I mean?
Yours, you mean?
Oh, mine. I'm sorry. Mine. I want to give a huge shout out to our buddy and brother, Brian Laverty of Hunophobia, who's streaming on Paraflix right now. Season 3, I forget what episode we're on, but it's streaming live right now on Paraflix. So make sure to head over to Paraflix, subscribe, and check out some of the awesome paranormal stuff, the music videos, just some creative stuff going on in Paraflix. We want to give also the paranormal consultant, Matt Barron. We want to give him a huge shout out with his wife, Mackenzie, the Wicca consultant. Check her out as well on all social medias. And we want to give a shout out to the P3 team, which is basically a partnership program of Para Unity where people get together. Go check it out on social media. Great people. And we have JK47, our buddy John Keyworth, doing some good stuff with Spirit Communications. So head over to his social medias and YouTubes. He's doing some cold cases right now and getting some great communication. So go check him out. But last but not least, we want to give one more shout out to globalghosthunt.com. You need to head there now if you're a paranormal researcher, a paranormal team. This global event is happening in 2023 in May and also in October. It's a 10-day total event. You want to get your team registered, go to globalghosthunt.com and get it registered. It's going to be an awesome event, streamed all over the place. But right now, I want to pull on... What?
Can I do a couple of shout-outs?
Oh, go ahead, my friend. I like to leave them for the end, but go ahead.
No, I'm going to do our other co-host who you forgot to mention, Steve-O from My Journey Paranormal, along with his wife Kelly, on S&K Paranormal.
Absolutely.
Because AJ there forgets to mention them. Also, I'd like to do a shout out to Mr. and Mrs. AAP from AAP's Variety Channel. Great people for growing channels. And the last but not least, this other shout out is to the Connecticut police force, you have not yet managed to get this guy off the street corners. So please do your jobs. This
Well,
guy is prostituting himself on street corners, and you're not even lifting him for it.
you know what's fucked up? If I end up in prison or jail in the next week or two because of you, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I hope you know that. And I'm sorry for swearing, everybody, but he knows the situation over here, so I hate him for what he just did.
Honestly, Durham, check him
But
out.
anyway, on a better note, and there's a reason why I don't mention Steve O is because I'm pushing him to come on more because he's working too much. So I'm pushing him to come on. So you just ruined the whole plan I had. So thank you, Robin. Thank you. Now it's gonna be another 2 weeks before I get to see his beautiful face because of you. So thank you. But anyway, on a better note, we have peasants with us tonight. We have Jeff. I can't even say his last name, unfortunately. I'm not even gonna butcher it, Jeff. But when I get you on, I'll have you say it fully for me. We have Jeff, who's the bassist now in Peasant, brand new, in the band, and we also have the lead, who is Frederick Kaiser, one of my best friends growing up, and we're gonna bring them in right now. First, bring up Jeff. Hey, what's up, Jeff?
Hey,
What's going
how you
on?
doing?
What's up,
Thanks
Jeff?
for having us.
What's your
Jeff
name, brother?
Maleric.
Say your
Malary.
name. Was it
Malary. Yeah.
Malaria? See,
Robin had it right.
malaria would have made
Hey,
sense. But
I'm
want
from
to
the UK and I get it first time.
It's Italian,
You
of
know
course.
what? Yeah. I'm Italian. That's fucked up, huh?
Yeah, and you couldn't even get the name right.
You know what, Robin? Why didn't
Nando.
you do the intro? Yeah. All right. No. Nando, what's up, my brother? We want to give you guys a shout out. We love you guys. Hope you guys are doing well over in the UK. But basically, Fred, man, and Jeff, like, how are you guys doing today? Good.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. It's,
Good.
it's
Yeah,
Good.
doing
raining and
awesome.
thundering out. We got rain for the first time in a while, huh?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's sunny over here right at the moment, but it looks clouding up a little bit. So,
Yeah, I drove down today from Connecticut to Ocean City, New Jersey, on a little vacation with the family.
it's just a little vacation with the family, you know.
Yeah, a couple days.
All we're stuck here. Jeff's just rubbing it in our faces. Sorry.
Beach, boardwalk, all the good stuff.
Oh, man, it doesn't even invite us. You see this? This is messed up, Fred.
Wait, we just met.
Well, at least Fred. What the hell? I can back somebody up here. Damn it.
Dude, I haven't taken a vacation in years. Oh my god.
I know. Me either, man. Me either.
Gotta go.
Hey,
Yeah.
first question I wanted to ask you guys, and I'll actually, since I know a little bit about Fred, but I want to get to second. I want to ask Jeff. Jeff, tell us a little bit of your musical background and how you recently got in Peasants and the Peasant and all that. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I went to college for music. I went to University of New Haven and met some good people there. Started bands up with them. I was in a band called Robbing Opie for about 5 or 6 years, and then I was in a band called Eula. That was a little more involved. We're about 10 years, and that was like a post-punk trio with a female singer. And we did a little touring out to Texas and Chicago, South by Southwest. Yeah, so we had a good run, and then that ended in 2015. And since then, I've been playing with a couple different bands. One was Joe Division, and the other was The Outer Side with Paul, who is our guitar player in Peasant. So
awesome.
I've been playing with Paul since like 2017, and I knew he was in Peasant last year, and I went to go see them play, and I was blown away by Freddie and the whole band, and I was just talking to Paul about it. He's going, "Hey, we might need a bass player soon." So I was like, "All right, keep me in mind," and sure enough.
Awesome. Hey, that's awesome, man. That's
Worked out really well. He learned the songs in one day, and we played a show. And it was like he's always been in the band. It works. I love that when that shit works out.
Dude, it's like just have like a couple songs. Like you guys have a good amount of songs, and they're not just like these easy ass songs. Like so, for you to come in and learn it in a day, that's pretty intense, dude. Intense.
I definitely I was a nerd about it. I wrote down everything with notes and stuff.
You did, yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's something I wanted to do. So
he knows it probably better than I do.
Yeah, right. Isn't that wild? But Fred, so tell the audience a little bit about yourself, man. I know we've known each other, like I told them in the beginning, since before I was 12, man. So tell them a little bit how you got into music, the instruments you do know, play, and also teach, and a little bit about how you started Peasant.
Long story short, dude, it's been a crazy life. I mean, it's. I mean, sex, drugs, and rock and roll is definitely like I never really like I thought that shit was lame, you know,
Huh.
like the whole music lifestyle, but the musician lifestyle, whatever, you know, rock lifestyle was lame, and I think I woke up one time, I'm like, dude, that shit's real, you know, like. But
Yeah.
I was a drummer. I started out as a drummer, and we played. I played in the band called 27 Prophets, which was called Yes Please. But we grew up together, and I had it was like a trio, and
Yeah.
we played like reggae punk kind of shit, like Rancid, you know, punk rock. I remember the day that changed my life is I came home from vacation with my parents. I was like 11, and I was drumming since 6 years old. But like there's this Punk-O-Rama CD in my stereo, and I still to this I'm not like we're talking paranormal activity stuff. I still to this day do not know why that was in my stereo. I'd never seen it before, and I put it on, and No Effects was on it, Rancid, and I was like, "Yo, what is this music?" And it ruined my life. And and yo, I swear to God, I asked everybody, and like I even asked my cousin Angela, like people that maybe house it, and no one knows where. I even have the CD still too. It's like
I
kind
know.
of a chair.
I remember that CD when we met, dude, because
Yeah,
we met like
yeah,
well, I'd say like well, we probably met when we were 12. I mean, like in the beginning when I first turned 12, I probably met you,
yeah.
and then I remember coming over to your house and that damn CD, man. That's all we listened to, like
Yep.
literally. But it was awesome
Like
because
on repeat, on repeat, on repeat,
on we, yeah,
and so I don't know. I started like when I was drumming, I mean I was just a classically trained jazz drummer playing Stuart Copeland, Travis Barker rhythmic beats, you know, with the hi hat and everything, and so the band kind of dissolved because it was a lot. It was just like what's going on here? Brylan left and a lot of crazy stuff happened. I ended up going to college for business, and long story short, I was playing guitar. I learned how to play guitar through watching him play. And if you can hear my vocals in the songs that we have now, like you can hear Ryland's voice in it. So
oh
we
yeah,
actually did. We did a reunion, and my latest song that came out is called "Go" by Frederick Anthony. He's on the track, and you can hear we both have like similar vocal progressions, you know. So, but you know, he's like my brother. We grew up, and I haven't seen him in years, and he laid down some vocals on the track, and you could hear kind of the similarity between me and his voice. But I learned how to play guitar and sing through him, and I went through a breakup, like a really long term breakup, and I met Cage the Elephant, and I went backstage and then I partied, did a bunch of drugs with Cage the Elephant, and long and behold, I started this band called Rhino, and I was the lead singer in it. And I wrote all these songs, and it was just a great band. We killed it. We crushed it. We made a lot of money. And then pandemic happened, and it dissolved kind of. But we just did a reunion show too.
yeah.
But during the pandemic, I did all these music videos with my solo stuff that I did. I did drums, everything on all the songs. Besides, I recorded at San Sierra recording studio. I can go on and on, but
I
heartbreak. I went through a lot of heartbreak, and I just my creativity just went skyrocketed, and I just learned and learned and learned, and I just kept doing it. And lo and behold, I had my last solo song I did. It was called Peasant, and Kyle joined the band a year ago. We met, and he named the band Peasant, and he's the drummer, and we just been crushing it around New Haven and around Connecticut, and we kind of we got a little burnt out because we opened up 4 venues when the pandemic was,
yeah.
you know, when all the venues started opening up. We opened up 4 venues in a whole weekend, and I ended up in the hospital on Sunday
Oh
because
yeah.
I burnt myself out. And I'm like, you know, but I just thought I would never play shows again, and here I am playing shows again, and I'm just never gonna take it for granted, you know, ever.
Yeah.
And now we're playing the State House on Friday, and we got a bunch of new songs. We got a whole EP coming out and a new music video, and we're gonna get that shit. We're gonna get it done before the fall, and you'll be seeing more of us, and you'll be seeing a lot of us playing out of state too. But you know, it takes a long time. It's a lot of work, and but it's good to have a good crew with you, especially with Jeff and Paul on leads. And how I met Paul was, this is crazy. This is how Peasant really started. Me and Paul knew someone that passed away, and I didn't know he even knew the guy who passed away, and he picked me up and we went to the funeral, and I showed him the demos on the way home from the funeral, and he's like, "Yo, let me play leads on these." So a week later, he played leads on it, and now he's my lead guitar player. And through pain and suffering, through grief comes something else can be made out of that. So he and Kyle's just been killing it on drum. It's like it's not even my band; it's their band now. It's all of our band. It's not just it's just been a great dynamic, and our live performance is killer. I mean, you got to see. I mean, Paul on leads and is just awesome. Sometimes we have Cody from my ska band, the Simulators. He comes up and joins us. Sometimes we get a harmonica player that comes up, like last Saturday. It was one of the best sets we played.
That was a great show. Yeah,
that was a great show, and we have a good time. And I've just been like, I used all my inspiration to perform. I'm a performer, and I love entertaining people. I love getting people out of their homes and forgetting about the world and just see a spectacle, and I definitely think I'm accomplishing that, but it's just fun. It's a lot of people want to get famous and stuff, and they want to be cloudy, like they're all about clout. We're about rock and roll and
having fun,
and have fun and making sure people are entertained. It's like the Gladiators. Are you not entertained? Like after every show, I ask the crowd, I'm like, "Are you not entertained?" And they just like go, they're like, "Holy shit, yeah."
Yeah. Last show we played in Strange Brew in Norwich. It was a great show, and Freddie really got the crowd going. He went out to where they were sitting and standing, and he really that's what I admired about Freddie. He's such a good front man. He really gets everybody involved. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, from what I've heard, I haven't had a chance to see him singing on live yet myself. I've seen videos, obviously, but I haven't had a chance to make it out because every time, like I said, I'm always working. I do delivering, and it's always nighttime on the weekends or something along those lines.
Yeah,
delivering.
I wanna shut up, Robin. Shut your mouth. but yeah, no, I plan on getting out there. I want to get out there Friday definitely because I tell you what, like I mean, like I've told you, Jeff, in the background before, like. He's always been that performer. He's always been that person. And now to see him lead and see him because he will, if you don't know this guy and he comes up to you, like I said, if you see him doing a set, he'll get you moving. But if you didn't know him, the first thing you would think of was, well, I'm going to definitely be moving, but I may be watching out because he's a little fucking crazy. But when he's done his performing, dude, I'm telling you, man, the creativity just comes out of everywhere. Like I was telling you, Fred is just an absolutely amazing person, and he's dude, he got me inspired into music, which has just been absolutely amazing, man. And to see you do it, and then now just talk about something I was going to ask you about fame and stuff like that. A lot of people don't understand that, you have never shot for that. You've never looked for a record deal. You've never,
no.
You've always put yourself out there, but it was never like how a lot of people are trying to get that deal, trying to get that fame.
It's like corporate shit, dude. I hate that corporate stuff where everybody's got their cute concerts and stuff, and it's like, dude, you come to a Peasant show, you'll think that we are signed to a major label, and you can see how other bands I love every band. I used to go out and go on the scene all the time and support bands all the time, and I get inspired by that, but I just the quality of what we're doing now is beyond it's a spectacle. It's not a it's not, and it's funny because I would watch documentaries of Alice Cooper or whatever, and I'm like, dude, that's what I do, and I didn't even I didn't copy and paste it. I just naturally do, and I see it. I'm like, whoa, that's literally what I do. Iggy Pop was a drummer, and the way he performs, I'm like, that's what I do. I'm like, what? I thought he was copying me, So it's like, everything is kind of, we're all universal. We're all in this together. We're all connected in some sort of way, and
you can't beat a bit of Alice Cooper.
What's that?
You can't beat a bit of Alice Cooper.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
Yeah.
Alice Cooper.
That man puts on a show.
He does, yeah. And
Love's a Loaded Gun. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I tell you what, man, Alice Cooper's got some great stuff, and he's just been a great performer his entire life. I mean, even at his age, he's just rocking it. I mean, to see him with the Vampires now with Johnny Depp and
Dude, it's so cool. Yeah.
dude, that's
Joe
a cool.
Perry.
Yeah, I couldn't believe they got all together. Those guys. I mean, Johnny
Yeah.
Depp made the one exclusion, but like Joe Perry and Alice Cooper. I mean, that just in itself is just.
Yeah,
So,
that's awesome.
what's some of your influences, Jeff, for growing up and getting into bass?
Well, I was born in '83, so I grew up in the '90s with grunge, obviously, and so I got in the whole Seattle scene with Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, and then it wasn't until later on when I went to college that I got into like the other stuff like metal, like Metallica, early Megadeth, classic rock, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, and then I got into new wave like synth pop and all that stuff. And so it's just been like a combination, and now like indie rock and like electronic. I like a lot of different stuff now.
Yeah, man. No, that's awesome. A lot of people don't bridge themselves out of the gap that they really truly love. But when I talk to a musician like yourself, and I'm the same way, like I love all music. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's. I really don't. I mean, I'm not a big country fan, but if you give me a song that's a little different than what I hear constantly, it's something that I truly like, I will listen to it definitely. Even rap too, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I do love some stuff. So it's good to hear other musicians like your guys' selves that branch out in all different directions.
Yeah, it depends. Like
Jeff does his research. That's what I was gonna say.
Jeff does his research.
I mean, because like every day's different, kind of thing. Like I get kind of emotional sometimes. So if I'm having a good day, I want to put on something that makes me happy, or maybe if I want something that's going to make me, depress myself. So it all depends on the mood you're in. Like that's what's great about music. You can put anything on that's going to match your day. It's going to make you feel better, or if you want to make you feel worse, it'll make you feel worse.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. It's the one universal language that we can all put our bullshit aside and fucking come together, or do our own thing, like you just said. Feel depressed if we want, feel happy if we want. And it's also good to like strive from those different genres too, to like make your own creation, make your own creativity.
Right. Yeah. I don't want to be pigeonholed into one genre. So if I could kind of make like a melting pot,
That's why I wanted to praise you on that too, man. You guys on that as Peasants, like. I've heard so many different, I wouldn't say style, different, I don't know, maybe genres mixed in or whatnot. It's not always one thing, and you never know what you're going to get with the next song, and that's something that I love.
Dude, I've heard someone say, like, well, we sound like Nirvana. Someone said we sound like White Stripes. Someone said we sound like the Strokes. Someone said we sound like this band, TV, television, all these different bands, and like I'm like, yo, these are all my influences at once. So when that, you take all the stuff and you put it in one. And I heard Creedence Clearwater. Someone said it sounded like Howlin' Wolf, which I'm like, what? Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or the
it's
Doors.
Interesting, yeah.
I was kind of thinking the way the vocal tone is and the way that you guys do the music. I was a little leaning towards White Stripes, Strokes type style, but I love that like style. You know what I mean? But you guys do it in such a different, unique way that like you can hear the tint where you can remind you of that, but it's not that. If you know what I mean, like it's your own, but it's just like you can definitely. I can see where people are like, oh, you sound a little bit like this, like something reminding them of something else, which is a great thing to have as a musician. In my perspective.
And everybody says something differently. That's what's so great. Everybody, they don't say the same band.
Yeah. And
that's a good, I take that as a compliment. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I love the outlook, man, that you have, Jeff, because that's a great thing to have too, man. Have that positive outlook on, the music and on the band and stuff. And
absolutely. Yeah. There's enough depression out there in the world. This is meant to be a happy thing.
Seriously, you're fine there, right? I know. I think we all need something to make us happy every once in a while, and seeing you guys perform. I mean, seeing the way the crowd is got together, just in some videos of live people shooting. I mean, Fred, you're jumping in the crowd, dude. You're on the ground in some pictures. Yeah. Like, you're rocking out, man.
I get dirty.
Yeah, man. But you know what, though? Like, that right there, you don't see the meaning of rock and roll anymore the way that I have seen you perform and your band perform, Peasants. And it's crazy to say that, but it's really like that now. Like, you don't see bands, like even at the Webster, man, famous bands that come, they will have no stage presence.
Mhm.
How the
Just
hell
to be
do you have
standing
no
there.
presence? Yeah, standing there like it's a
Yeah.
friggin' funeral, dude. And I
You might as
can't
well
watch
stay home and listen to the record.
it.
You know?
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
So to see that, man, and that's one thing that I got from you, when I was in my band growing up with Adam, when you introduced me to Adam and Ben and all them, was I always harped on stage presence, and you were the reason because of that, because you, Sean, and Riley, man, you guys were always had that stage presence. It didn't care about the music, man, because the music was there, but the stage presence is what got every single person in the room interested in what you were doing, and I think that that was such a main thing, and I could
Right.
definitely see it now. I mean, I'm sure when I come to the concert, man, this weekend, if I can make it Friday for sure, I'm sure I'm just gonna watch every other band go up, and I'm gonna like them. Don't get me wrong, but then I'm gonna see the crowd act completely different when you guys go on, and I just know that because of just knowing Fred and knowing the people he hangs around with. They're just genius and creative, and just getting to know you right now, Jeff. I mean, you say you called yourself a nerd already, but I tell you what, that's one of the best things you could be.
I'll tell you one thing: the bands that we're playing with are fantastic. You're. It's gonna be a great show because they're all stage like performer. Like they're like Lambett's veterans, but Minus Points is like super hard, heavy. Like
no.
it's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a good dynamic too because there are three different like kind of genred bands, like influential bands that are very very unique. So there's it's gonna. But yeah, I see what you're saying. I was what the hell was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say now. But
I can't wait for Friday. I love the State House. It's such a good venue to play.
Yeah, me too.
Never been there. What's it like? Like, is it like?
It's like an organized Toads place. It's like a very modern Toads place, but
they're all about the music.
Small.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's all about the music there too. Yeah.
Whereabouts is the State House at?
Right next to Cafe 9. If you go to Cafe 9, you take a left. There's a parking lot. Right there.
Is it New Haven or Hamden? Where's
New Haven.
New Haven.
Yeah, it's on State Street. Yeah, State Street.
Oh, Cafe 9 is on State Street. Oh, wow. I should have known that.
It's on the corner of State and Crown.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I know what you're talking about now. Yep, State and Crown. Yeah, anybody in the Connecticut area, come down and check out the State House this Friday. That's where they'll be playing, right? And then when's Cafe 9? Cafe
9 we're playing in September. September 23rd. We're playing with Killer Kin and Problems with Kids These Days, which is going to be insane. It could possibly sell out. So
that's awesome. That's awesome, man. And how many people are at the show? Because I see tons. How many normally people do you think are at the venues when you guys are playing? Because
a good 100, a good 100 people. I mean, every show we played has been just insane. I mean, just been a lot of people, a lot of debauchery.
Yeah.
But dude, I got to tell you a story. So we played Cafe. I think it was the last time we played Cafe 9.
Yeah.
I'm like playing I'm playing right, and I look down, and there's a skull, right? I'm like, the fuck.
Yeah.
There's a cow skull underneath my feet, and I'm like, is that a cow? So I pick it up, and I'm like, yo, what's up? And some girl outside gave it. Her name's Jess. She's our photographer. She's like handed it. I don't know. She was in the area. She just like handed it. So all these people like handed us the skull on stage, and I was like, it was just very paganistic. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, but that's the most random shit ever. You perform and you just see a cow skull. Like there could be totally different types of skulls on the ground, but a friggin' cow skull in the middle of the
huge. Yeah, it was. I didn't know what to do with it. I was like, I guess I'll put it in my merch case, and I have it next to my plants. It's huge. It's like, dude, it's so weird. It's like I don't know. I'm not big into taxidermy and stuff like that, but I was trying to. So we played with this band called Come Girl 8.
Yeah.
And I tried giving it to these girls, and they wanted nothing to do with it. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll just take it. And I think I freaked them out when I gave it to them. I was like, yo, do you want this cow skull? And
oh my god.
Yeah, and I was like, I guess I'll take it.
You just got to go with it. Whatever's on stage, just go with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but dude, I was like, yo, what is this doing here?
It's so funny because I could just totally see him, Jeff, like his ADHD will kick in and like he'll just stop and start like examining the skull. Like I could just
what does this mean? Why is this here?
Yeah. That's so great. Like, dude,
what is the meaning behind this?
The other day, Fred, it was like, what, 5 in the morning? We're just chilling, talking at the beach and stuff. Also, we see a bald eagle, and me and you just fucking go nuts. And
Yo, we couldn't.
I was thinking about it as I'm looking at the pictures. I'm driving home. I'm like, yo, we were such the stereotypical American. We're like, I think "Fuck Yeah, America" was playing in our minds as this
Yeah.
landed. We look dumb as hell. We look dumb as
dude.
hell. We were like, me and you were like, dude,
Take a picture. Yo, dude, look at that fucking bald eagle. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Dude, me
The
and
bald
you,
eagles is
Fred
just like.
totally abandons us. Totally abandons us, Fred. Me and him are freaking the fuck out. Some lady's afraid to even walk on the path with her dog because we're freaking out having a blast over the fucking bald eagle.
Over stupid
What is going
eagle.
on?
Well, I mean,
These
it
guys
was cool.
over
It was beautiful.
Oh,
How cool was that, though? That was dope.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome.
We gotta go back there, dude. We gotta go back there and chill over there.
Yeah,
that's a cool spot.
I never even seen Fort Hill like that before, like over the mountain area in East.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful place.
Incredible. And it was just an easy hike too. Oh man.
Yep. God.
Seems a little haunted though, right?
Oh yeah, dude. There's definitely some stuff going on. That's something I actually want to bring up to you, man, because you've had a lot of experiences, especially at your last place. You want to tell some of your experiences you've had, man?
Oh my God. Yeah. So I've had I've never believed in paranormal activity. Never really dabbled in it, and I didn't really actually like believe in a higher power. I was living my life without the knowledge of it. Long story short, dude, I'm gonna try really, because it's this kind of stuff is takes a long time to like elaborately like to tell you like what happened. But basically, I lived in a house where a girl died in the room I was living in and when we found out, well, I started hanging out with this girl on June 13th was the day we hung out, and we got haunted like crazy. Like my car doors would open, we'd see shit outside. Dude, and there was this one time where I was Emily, her name is Emily, she came over, and I was explaining to her, hey, I had this friggin' weird experience with my car doors opening up, and right when I was telling her, these dishes flew across the kitchen, and this glass flew and smashed and everywhere, and I remember, dude, it was unbelievable, and ever since we've been looking it up. Turns out the day that we hung out 5 years prior, she died on June 13th, which was Friday the 13th, and we found out around Halloween, and it sent chills up our spine, and I ever since then I was like, oh my lordy lords, and anytime a girl would come over or someone would come over, I'd feel this like dark, like shadow that's like touched me like that. I was ugh. And I mean, there's more to it. Like things will go missing, and
it was
weird.
Elaborate on what you're saying though, because at my grandmother's home, I had this female spirit in there that she ended up solidly appearing to me and my family, appearing to me once by myself, and then appearing to my family in the dining room during dinner, and that's what really got me on this path. And besides the near-death experience I had, but so this, every time I'd have a girlfriend or someone over, sleep over, my last girlfriend who would stay with us and live with us, it was almost like a jealousy kind of thing. Like where like you feel it more when the female was around. So I guarantee that female was maybe reaching out to you and maybe was in some way, either not maybe attracted to you or some way her energy connected with yours, and she was a little, I don't know, jealous or whatever, because it's crazy how you would have these experiences. And you told me, because I remember you calling me freaked out about this when it first happened, and you were like, you got to come here, and then you immediately moved out within like a week of me.
I was out.
Yeah, you were out. Like I've never seen you move out of somewhere. I mean,
I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's wild.
Well,
I mean, but she passed.
Dude, it turns out
she passed away not in the house though, correct? She passed away like right next to the house, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So
and she was like 21 too.
Yeah, it was crazy. Your car's doors were opening though, because she died actually on the street. So I was always getting the notion, even when you first told me, that maybe her spirit was coming back to this house. Oh, Darren says, "What's good?"
Yeah, what up, buddy?
But yeah, I mean, Jeff, tell me, have you ever had any paranormal experiences?
I actually have not, but I love the whole idea of it, and I'm a big horror movie enthusiast, so Anything like that, I like talking about it. I like hearing about it. I just never really had an experience.
Oh, we gotta get him out then, Fred. That's it.
You gotta get yourselves over to the
No.
UK, and I'll get you
I'm
there.
good. I'm good. I'm gonna run away. I'd rather because I've seen
Freddie,
them
why don't
at
we?
the house
Can we
at my
record
house.
an album like at a Gothic castle somewhere?
Yeah.
Nope. I'm not messing around with any of that. I have sage, dude. I'm not messing with you, dude. I have sage in my house, and dude, there's times where like me and Kyle were talking about when we're talking. You're not supposed to talk about this stuff inside, by the way. That's something I learned because we talk about it, dude. If something happens, I swear to God, because last time I talked about it, like a painting fell off, and it never fell ever again, never fell ever, and it fell, and it like it startled me, and I was like, all right, I'm not talking
This
about
is
this
real.
anymore.
You are a believer now.
Yeah, I am. Unfortunately, I am a definite believer. Yeah.
Yeah, well, when
Yep.
you see fly across the room, man, I mean, I've had stuff like that happen, and it's just wild. I mean, the energy in the room is what freaks you out more, I think, than just the whole thing moving. But the thing moving is definitely terrifying, but that feeling that comes with it is just a whole nother experience. It's hard to.
It's like goosebumps, but like they hurt or something. It's like
What's that, static electricity type feeling, almost like when you get that
Yeah,
shock.
right.
That weird feeling.
That's crazy.
I'm getting shivers even talk about this right now.
Hey, Terrace just said my favorite memory was when Freddie caught a touchdown catch and popped. Dude, I totally forgot you even played football when we were younger, bro. Because you were not that kid. You were not that kid.
Well, the football coach that we had was like, we told me and Cravo at the time, yo, don't play sports anymore. Start playing on a band because he heard our band. And he ended up coming to an open mic and jamming with us, and it was a surreal moment because he's the reason why like I pursued music, instead of football. But I just played football to get the girls, and then I was like, I'm getting more girls when I'm playing music, you know what I'm saying? So I don't need to play football no more,
Yeah.
You won't get injured as much either.
Yeah. No way, dude. I'd be everybody's like married and has kids and stuff, and I'm like, I'm still, a lonely musician.
Yeah. Still single like me. I feel you on that. Either that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't really know, but
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I love it too, man. I mean, this is the first time I've been single for 8 years of my entire life, so I'm loving it.
Me too.
Loving it. But
hey, I got to head out right now.
Yeah, man.
I gotta leave.
Enjoy your vacation.
But nice meeting you. Yeah, thank you. Been a pleasure, and I feel honored to be on the show.
No,
I'm getting to the UK.
God bless you, brother. I'll
Love
talk
you.
to you soon. Safe.
Thank you.
See you Thursday, buddy.
All right.
See you Thursday.
All right. See you Thursday.
Right.
Yeah, Fred. So we'll go for a couple more minutes, and I'll let you head off too, so you can rest because I know you had a long day.
This is so much fun.
But no, man, I appreciate you coming on, and I just wanted to have you on for a few minutes. I wanted you to just basically shout out the band again for me, if you don't mind. Tell all of our viewers real quick. I'm gonna put you full screen. When I put you full screen, tell them where they can find your music. Check out on YouTube, all the other places, Instagram, anything you want them to check it out. I'm gonna put you on full screen now, and go ahead, do your thing, my friend.
What's up? Okay, so I'm in a band called Peasant. I'm in a lot of bands, but the band I'm in that's active as hell right now is called Peasant, Peasant. I think, yeah. It has, and so we are based. We were originally based from New Haven, but we live in Madison now, so we hang out in Clinton. We go to Scottish Dave's. So if you're ever in Clinton, go to Scottish Dave's. We go there all the time. We throw shows there. Cafe 9, New Haven is great. I'm in. So we have a show on Friday at the State House in New Haven. It's gonna be a banger. We're playing with Glambat and Minus Points, which are fantastic bands, and it's a fantastic stage. And I'm actually honored to play on the stage. I couldn't wait to get this act up there. But you can follow me on Instagram, which is the best way to do it. We don't have a Facebook because it's just, there's too much social media. So, but the social media, the ways that you can connect to my music is if you go to Instagram and go to Dang Cowboy, DANGCOWBOI, and follow me on there. All my shows are listed. I have a link tree link there, so you can see all my music. You can subscribe to me on YouTube as well. It's Frederick Anthony. It'll probably pop up. So just Frederick Anthony and search Peasant Frederick Anthony, anywhere ever. And I'm also in a band called The Simulators. I'm a drummer in a ska band called The Simulators. I wouldn't even consider it ska. It's just it's like a roots rock reggae kind of group, and we got horn players, and it's a ton of fun. The next show we are playing is at a camping grounds on Saturday, but we are all. I also So just follow me on Instagram. I post all my shows up on there. And definitely message me anytime, anywhere. We're on Spotify as well. So if you search Frederick Anthony on Spotify, you'll find my music as well, and or Rhino, RYXNO. That's another band I'm in. So yeah, that's see you at the State House on Friday. That's my main focus. I focus on every weekend show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Fred, man, dude, I am so happy you're able to come on. I appreciate it, man. I know you've been working.
Thank you so much, guys.
No, man, appreciate it, man. We'll have you on definitely again, man, to promote again for sure. We got to get you out to the UK too, man. Get you going.
Yeah, dude, I would die. I mean, I would. Most of the stuff that streams is from people from the UK or France. I get more streams in Europe and South America than ever in America. So yeah. I guess they like good music up there. Or across there, but it would be a dream of mine to visit England and Europe. I'd love to do that one day and play some music up there.
We have to figure it out, man. We got to get out there for sure, because I got to get out there and see this ugly muck. So we might as well make a trip.
Let's go. I'm down. I'll come with you. We'll have a good time.
All right, man. Definitely, man. We'll try to sneak one of us in the plane bag, in the luggage bag, see if we can make it.
Hell, we'll go first class.
So first class.
They go as a band and you go as a roadie.
I figured. What?
They go as a band and you go as a roadie.
Yeah. Right. There you go. Thanks, Robin. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Just give me a rum and coke and I'll be good.
Yeah, right. There you go. Man, rum and coke makes everything look beautiful.
All right, dude. Thanks, guys. And have a good rest of your night, all right?
Thanks, man.
No problem.
Let's go. Talk to you soon, all right?
Catch you on the flip side. State House Friday.
State House Friday. Peasants.
All right.
Go check them out in New Haven. Later, Fred.
Later.
So, yeah, man, I just want to have a quick special show. One of my good friends on. Like I said, we've grown up since we were before teenagers, and he's been a wild kid, man. But I tell you, genius, musically creative, like you wouldn't believe. Could teach himself an instrument, just unreal. And to see him now as a front man, Robin, has just been it's been awesome to see. And to see him doing what he's been doing since 12 years old, like out in the public, was just amazing. I mean, I remember in middle school, dude, we would have these outing days or whatever. And my band, his band, we'd set up in the friggin' cafeteria while the kids were eating, and we'd be playing punk rock music, or we'd be playing Blink-182, or we'd be playing some crazy punk stuff or ska stuff. And while everyone's eating, and then we'd have school dances, and we got our bands to play at the school dance, dude. And it was hilarious, man. Some of the old days, like the Empress Ballroom we had over here, which is another venue. We had some good times, man. But to see him still doing it, and you have to see this kid play drums too, man. I mean,
I'll have a look at his. I'd never heard of them, to be honest, before you mentioned it today. But I will have a look at them.
Well, like I said, it's funny because as a band, a lot of bands, they'll seek fame, they'll seek the clout, because it's a goal of every band to get a deal and stuff. But with Fred and it's basically Fred, Sean Careva, Rylan Tanilla were the three kids in school that were the punk kids. Rylan's got dreads. I mean, they were straight punk kids, and they hung around, and they were glued to each other like Mark, Tom, and Travis from Blink-182. Up until recently when he started his own stuff because Rylan went somewhere else. Sean still playing with him, but I tell you, man, they have never seeked that. They've never seeked the fame. I mean, even when me and my band, we were sending our stuff out to record deals and stuff like that, record labels, it just wasn't for them. Like they just, Fred had a house where he had a basement that was just a jam room, and we just have parties and people coming over, and It was a good time. So to see him doing it on a big scale like this is good stuff, and to see him still doing it is awesome. You may also recognize Fred from Discovery Plus's 90 Day Fiance, because his ex-girlfriend from high school brought him on the show, and he's actually on one of the episodes. And it's funny because he talks about losing her virginity to him on the show, and just knowing Fred and how goofy of a person he is, it was the funniest goddamn episode I've ever watched. And I've never watched one ever since, but just because he was on 90 Day Fiance, I was like, I gotta fucking watch this episode, and it was hilarious. It was absolutely awesome. But love Fred's great dude, and thanks for coming on with me today, Robin, and enjoying this couple minutes.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I just want to obviously say for anyone watching that obviously I and we apologize for there not being a show for coming on 2 weeks now, but there's been so much, let's just call it negative shit, that's been going on in both of our lives, and I've just literally get over COVID as well. So it's just a constant kick in the bollocks. But you know, we're still out there, we're still doing it, we're still working behind the scenes, we're still trying to get more guests on. Apologies to Sean Bowman and a couple of others who have had to a couple of times rearrange and stuff like that. They will be on, but it's just there's been so much going on that and obviously I'm not going to go into it, AJ, but you know, and it's time now. It's time to put all that stuff that way now and move on.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's been a rough week, man, for you. It's a rough week and a half for you, you and your family, man. And, you know, it doesn't compare to anything that I've gone through recently at all. And, you know, to watch you get overwhelmed this past week was enough.
I was for breaking. I was literally for breaking.
And to see you at that point was enough for me to say, you know what, the show can go second, family comes first. And that's what it always should be. We can always stream. We can always go live. We have guests all the way to September. I'm not worried about guests. The thing is, I'm worried about family. And if our, you know, health is wealth. And if you're not doing good or I'm not doing good, this show will mean nothing. So I think it's very important to have families back during those times. And hopefully, you know, the viewers will understand. I know they will. They're all good people, and we love them for the support, and we love them for the continued support. So we just want to come on today, though, and give this apology, obviously, for the two shows that we couldn't do this past weekend. But we will be back this coming weekend. We have a guest coming up, so we will, you know, we'll see you guys this weekend for sure. So, but like I said, go check out Peasants. Fred and Jeff, new member of Peasants, check them out. Like you said, there's a ticker on the bottom that shows their Instagram, which is www.instagram.com/peasants_CT. Has a ton of their links and everything that you could do there. And of course, my nieces are beating the hell out of each other upstairs, as you could probably hear. You hear that? You hear that? Yes. That's them beating the hell out of each other, everyone. So this is another episode of Talking with the Source. Thank you for joining us. Till next time.
Talking with the Source on WWE.
Yeah, WWE. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Jesus. Only us, man. Only us. Well,
see you soon.
Everyone, have a good night. Thank you for joining us. It was just a special episode to have some musical friends on that are geniuses and love what they do. So like I said, go check out Peasants on Instagram. And until this weekend, man, we will talk to you guys soon. And this has been another episode of Talking with the Source. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
People come and people go through high streets we know. Dark and light, day and night. No one knows what the future will bring. All or nothing.
So that has been the show. We love you guys. Till next time. Good night.